So before I get into this video, I'd like to make something clear. In my last video, I had a couple commenters asking, why no gamma, why no this, why no that, I should put this in, I should do that, I should do this. All good advice. And I appreciate the advice, I really do. But, at the time of recording, I did not own Slideframe Gear Gamma. So, if I do not own the card, I will not show the card. Alright? I am using Omega and Dueling Book, sometimes, to represent my actual physical card deck. If I don't own the card in the TCG, I will not show the card. Now, if I do a deck profile on Master Duel, then I don't care. It's whatever. Like, I'm playing Exo Sisters on there, and kind of enjoying the deck, but kind of not. And I don't own any Exo Sister stuff. I want to, but I don't. But, that's kind of not the topic. So, just making it clear, if I do not own a card, I will not show the card. Even if I should be playing the card in the deck, I will not show the card. Alright? So, just keep that in mind before commenting, why no this, why no that, I should do this, I should do that, etc., etc. If it's not in the deck, there's about a 60% chance that I probably don't own the card. Or if I do own the card, I don't know where the hell it is. So, yeah. I own cards that I don't know, I don't know what all I own. I have thousands of cards at this point, and I haven't sat down to go through them all to, you know, look at what all I need to put in what deck and so on. But, yeah, enough rambling. Let's get into the profile, shall we? Alright, here it is. So, the deck that I want to do a profile on today is good old-fashioned floowandereeze. Why? Because I fucking hate this deck, that's why. But, seriously. Couple things to note real quick. I do not currently have in my possession 3 of these. However, I do have someone that is supposed to be bringing me 3 of them. So, yeah. I might have 3 of them here shortly. Now, I'm kind of banking on getting them, but I'm not 100% counting on it. But for the sake of this profile, I'm going to keep them in here. So, one thing that's not really supposed to be in here is the kaiju. I didn't really have anything else to finish out the deck list with, and I didn't really want to run 3 of this because this becomes kind of useless after, well, it's kind of useless after you use it. And I didn't know whether to add another one of these or even to use this. Pretty sure this one's a pretty good one. But, yeah, I don't know the ins and outs of this deck exactly. I do know the basics of it, and when the Wind Barrier statue was legal, this deck was very frustrating to play against. It was very good against here. Like, the amount of banishment that this card, or that this deck can do, is unreal. It is great. And it doesn't care. Like, you do not care if your stuff gets banished. You just flat out don't care. So, there is that. Having said that, this is the basic profile that I usually played the couple times that I did play this deck. Minus the quick play spell card. In its place, I had my favorite trap card for Winged Beast. and that is Harpy's Feather Storm, which, you know what? I'm going to put 3 of them in the side deck. So, yeah. Just pretend that was there the entire time, okay? Anyway, so, starting off, floowandereeze and Snow, or Snow Owl, whatever. Once per turn, while you control this tribute summoned card, you can conduct up to 3 normal summons this turn. Not just 1. Normal summon / set. While this tribute summon card is in the monster zone, where else would it be? If your monster attacks defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage. I guess including this card too? So, yeah. Once per turn, quick effect, you can banish 1 card from your hand, change all special summon monsters your opponent controls to face down defense position. That is actually a good effect. So, it's a walking Book of Moon, basically. Impin, I played 2 of those. If this card is tribute summoned, you can add 1 floowandereeze spell or trap from your deck to your hand. Then immediately after this effect resolves, you can normal summon 1 monster. This portion of the card is not once per turn. So, if you had a way to tribute summon this card, then return it to your hand, and then tribute summon it again, or you can tribute summon 2 of them in a row, you can add spawn trap cards. It's not once per turn. So, yeah. Let's see. While this tribute summoned card is in the monster zone, your opponent cannot activate the effects of special summoned monsters they control in attack position. Once per battle, during damage calculation, if this card battles an opponent's monster, quick effect, you can banish 1 card from your hand. That opponent's monster's current attack becomes halved until the end of this turn. So, yeah. floowandereeze and Eagling. Yeah. Supposed to be an eagle, I guess. And there's, I guess that's Snow? No, not quite. Or that's supposed to be 2 eagles. Oh, anyway. If this face-up card would leave the field, banish it instead. So, yeah. All floowandereeze monsters share that basic effect. You can only use each of the following effects of floowandereeze and Eagling once per turn. You cannot special summon during the turn you activate either effect. So, they all share this same portion of the effect. You cannot special summon the turn that you activate their effect. If they were to leave the field, instead of going to the graveyard, they get banished. Which is why you don't care if your shit gets banished. If this card is normal summoned, you can add 1 level 7 or higher winged beast monster from your deck to your hand. Then immediately after this effect resolves, you can normal summon 1 winged beast monster from your hand, obviously. If a winged beast monster is normal summoned to your field while this card is banished, you can add this card to your hand. So that's what makes this deck so fucking annoying to play against, because you can't... Runic doesn't affect it. The only thing that really affects it is cards that make it send everything to the graveyard. See, a lot of decks, like for example, Tier Elements, they hate to have their stuff banished. They hate having banished cards. Like, their effects are all in graveyard. This deck doesn't care. This is a good counter to decks like Tier Element. So, yeah. Anyway, moving on. floowandereeze and Stree. If this face-up card was deleted the field, blah 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 blah. If this card is normal summoned, you can target 1 card in either graveyard, banish it. Then immediately after this effect resolves, you can normal summon one winged beast monster. If a winged beast monster is normal summoned to your field while this card is banished, add it to your hand. So, yeah. Then you have the normal summon of the deck. Rabina. Or the first normal summon, I should say. If this card would leave the field, blah 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 blah. If this card is normal summoned, you can add one level 4 or lower winged beast monster from your deck to your hand. Then immediately after this effect resolves, you can normal summon one winged beast monster from your hand, I guess. Because you can't special summon it. If a winged beast monster is normal summoned to your field while this card is banished, add this card to your hand. Yeah. Then I play 2 copies of Toucan instead of 3. I also only play 1 copy of Stree. I think that's kind of standard, but yeah. If this card is normal summoned, you can target 1 card in either graveyard, banish it, or on card. I am reading Stree again. If this card is normal summoned, you can target 1 of your banished floowandereeze cards, add it to your hand, then immediately after this effect resolves, you can normal summon 1 winged beast monster. And then, of course, if a winged beast monster is normal summoned while this is in your banish pile, you can add this card to your hand. So, yeah. The map. During your main phase, you can reveal 1 level 1 floowandereeze monster in your hand and banish 1 level 1 floowandereeze card with a different name from your deck. Then, immediately after this effect resolves, normal summon that revealed monster. Normal summon that revealed monster. If your opponent normal summons a monster immediately after this effect resolves, you can normal summon 1 floowandereeze monster from your hand. They kind of jumble this together a little bit. You only use each effect of floowandereeze and the magnificent map once per turn. Yeah. Then you get this one, floowandereeze and the unexpected winds. You can conduct a tribute summon that requires 2 tributes by sending 1 monster you control and 1 card your opponent controls to the graveyard. Instead of tributing, during your main phase, you can reveal up to 2 winged beast monsters in your hand and place them on the bottom of your deck in any order, then draw the same number of cards. Okay. You can only use this effect of floowandereeze and the unexplored winds once per turn. Did I say unexpected winds? I think I did. Unexplored winds, my bad. Then you got the trap card right here. You go over there. Thank you. Dreaming Town. During your main phase, immediately after this effect resolves, normal summon 1 level 4 or lower winged beast monster. If you tribute summon a level 7 or higher monster while this card is in your graveyard, you can banish this card, change all monsters your opponent controls to face down defense position. You can only use this effect of floowandereeze and the Dreaming Town once per turn. Okay. And what's this one do? Scary Sea. When your opponent would summon a monster while you control a face-up tribute summoned monster and no special summon monsters, negate the summon, and if you do, return that monster to the hand. Also, for the rest of this turn, your opponent cannot special summon monsters. Or special summon. And you can conduct up to 3 normal summon / set this turn, not just 1. You can only activate 1 floowandereeze Scary Seas per turn. Yeah. Then the quick play that I don't own, but I should be getting pretty soon. Anyway, banish 1 winged beast monster from your hand or face up on the field. Add 1 floowandereeze monster or floowandereeze field spell from your deck to your hand, then gain 500 life points. I'm kind of surprised that this card is just do this, then gain 500 life points. I'm kind of surprised that it hasn't already been hit on a ban list, but Who knows? It may end up getting hit on the next ban list, which I kind of think is coming up pretty damn soon. So, yeah. Then there's D-Shifter. D-Shifter is D-Shifter. Fuck you, your shit is getting banished. You know. D-Fissure, all your monsters are getting banished. You can't use your effects because they're going to the bench pile instead of the graveyard. Because, yeah, I don't like your effects being in the graveyard. Screw you. Pot of Prosperity. Yeah. Pot of Extravagance. Yep. Ash Blossom, Enjoy Springs. Yeah. Ryza, the Mega Monarch. This is something that kind of surprised me, honestly. I did not know that this was a winged beast. I've seen people play this in other decks. I didn't realize that it was a winged beast. You can tribute this card by tributing one tribute summoned monster. If this card is tribute summoned, target one card on the field and one card in either graveyard. Also, if this card was tribute summoned by tributing a wind monster, you can target an additional card on the field, place the first target on top of the deck, and any order. Also, after that, return the additional target, if any, to their hand. So, in other words, if you tribute summon that using Impin or this one, or yeah, Impin or Eaglin or Toucan, then you target one card on the field, so like your opponent's monster, and then one card in their graveyard, and then an additional card on the field, and put the cards on top of their deck, basically, and in their hand. So, yeah. Anyway, moving on. Mist Valley Apex Avian. Once per chain, when a card or effect is activated, quick effect, you can target one Mist Valley card, including itself, you control, and return that card to the hand. Return that target to the hand, and if you do, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. Now, there is a card that you can use to make this ungodly annoying. Now, this deck doesn't special summon. It does not like the special summon. However, you can, I say you can, get a card out that lets you use this effect over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. It's not the easiest thing to do, but it is doable. I'll show you. This little bastard right here. Unfortunately, it's a thunder, so you can't just, you can't add it and all that stuff. You can't really use it in floowandereeze, but you can use it in floowandereeze if you go about it right. If this card on the field returns to the hand, special summon it, but it cannot attack this turn. Now, this deck locks you out of special summoning when you use the effects of any of your floowandereeze monsters. You use Robina, you can't special summon. Use Stree, can't special summon. Use Eaglin, can't special summon. Toucan, nope, can't special summon. However, there is a way around it. If you actually draw this, then you get an extra normal summon by the map. And if you never use your original normal summon, because see, this deck special summons by calling it normal summon. That's the thing. You don't actually use up your original normal summon. Unless you just play it straight out of your hand. If you use the effect of map, for example, it's an additional normal summon. And then when you use, like, for example, use the effect of map, right here, to normal summon Rabina. Then you use Rabina's effect to add Eaglin. Rabina's secondary part of the effect is to normal summon a card. So you normal summon Eaglin. Then you use Eaglin's effect to add Impin. Impin's, or Eaglin's secondary effect, or second half of the effect, is to normal summon. So you never technically use your original normal summon. So if you have this in your hand, and this is kind of an if, you could be cheeky, and you could go, instead of adding Impin with this, add Apex Avian. Tribute summon Apex Avian. Then normal summon Thunder. Now, you can't special summon on your turn. However, you can on your opponent's turn. And what you do is they go activate card effect. You go nope, return to hand. Effect, special summon. They go effect to do something else. You go nope, effect, return to hand, special summon. In fact, why don't I just try to show you? It's not the easiest thing to do in the world, but it can be done. I'll show you after this, though. For the extra deck, it doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure I don't own any of these cards, and if I do, I damn sure don't own 3 of each. It literally doesn't matter what you put in your extra deck. It does not make a difference whatsoever. The only thing that matters is that you have a 15 card extra deck. The only thing that you care about is having 15 cards in your extra deck. Doesn't matter what they are. Doesn't matter if they're all links. Doesn't matter if they're... This deck doesn't really have an extra deck. The only thing that you need your extra deck for is Pot of Extravagance and Pot of Prosperity. So that's the only reason that you even have them. That's literally it. Down here, again, you don't use your extra deck for anything, so you can play D-Barrier, it doesn't hurt you. Dark Ruler no more. It's fine. You don't necessarily need this, because this makes it to where your opponent can't activate their card effect or their monster effects in attack position anyway. Nibiru is quite nice for people that love the special summon. Drone Lockbird is nice for people that love to add to their hand. And then, of course, the ultimate fuck you is Harpy's Feather Storm. As long as you have a wind, and this is wind, this is wind, and this is wind. This is also wind, but it's not a winged beast. It's a thunder. As long as you have a winged beast and it's wind, you're fine. So, yeah. Now, on to the test hand. Okay, so the effect of Extravagance is at the start of your main phase, banish. At the start of your main phase 1, banish 3 or 6 cards face down from your extra deck. Draw 1 card for every 3, add it. You have to activate this first. You cannot activate this second. You cannot go pot, then pot. Doesn't work. You have to activate this first. Banish 6, and then just go normal summon Rabina. Rabina effect. Let's see, I don't have 3, so I'll just have 3. Normal summon 2, Eaglin. Eaglin effect. Add Snowl. and then click and click, and then no, use this effect, normal summon, use that effect, eagling back, and then normal summon, and manage your pot. And then see, you never actually use your normal summon. Or actually, you can still normal summon off that. So, yeah. And then you just activate that. So that's, like, you can end on this field very freaking easy. Like, it's so freaking easy to end on this field. Granted, all your monsters are relatively low attack point and decent defense, but, you know, still. Next test hand. No. No. Do that one, banish, then chain that. And there you go. Let's see. Banish Rabina. Do that one, then get Rabina back. Let's add this one. Yes. Normal summon. Get. Let's go with Toucan. And then you can do one of two things. You can tribute summon to summon Impen, or you can use Avian. However, if you use Avian here, you only have one monster and one negate, then you're wide open. So I would do this one. I would do Impen. Then Impen effect. And that one effect. I would go with this. And then summon Toucan. Toucan effect. And then get that one back. And go with this one. And then see, because you used map, you did not use your actual original normal summon. So you get to now have that. So there you go. Now you have a Omni Negate for monsters in attack position that are special summoned, and you have an Omni Negate that yeah, comes back to your hand. It's not an Omni Negate, I don't know why I said that. It's a monster negate. When they special summon a monster in attack position, they cannot use their activated effects. So, yeah, then you just pass. The deck I'm playing against doesn't really do anything, so yeah. All you do is just that, and then you normal summon, and then add Eaglin effect, that one, and then chain block by going that one, and then add spell, and because you want to be cheeky, go this one and that one, and then use Eaglin's effect and Rabina while you're at it. So you go Pot of Prosperity, 6. Not much of a choice here, is there? Let's see, is it toucan? No, it's not. So then you just... Yeah, you have a lot of crap here. Normal summon Rabina effect to then get straight. So, yeah. You have one slight problem. Your monster zones are completely full. But, you get what I'm saying. Third one. Again, not that bad. Just, you know, normal summon Rabina effect. Added Stree. Then normal summon Eaglin from your hand. Then add Snowl, because reasons. So, you know. I was kind of done with that showing anyway. But, yeah, so... It wasn't necessarily that great of a showing. Like, there's a lot more that you can do with that, but... That's just basic examples of how dumb the deck is. I mean, if you have Rabina, you go normal summon Rabina, add Eaglin. Eaglin gets normal summon. Eaglin's effect, add Snowl. Then you can do, like, just so many different things. And you can have a full board. Hell, I was playing this deck in Master Duel, or actually, even here before. And I ended my board with Snowl, Impen, Ryza, and Apex. Avian. Because it's so stupid. Like, it is so stupid the way that you can actually play this deck and, you know, win with it. It is very, very, very stupid. It is obnoxious to play against. You can win against it, obviously. It does have its issues. One of the biggest issues that it has is if you manage to send stuff to the graveyard, it does not like having its stuff in the graveyard. You prefer to have your stuff banished. That's just how this deck works. I don't know why, but it's like you can play Macrocosmos. You can play that in here. In fact, you don't need the prosperities. Or you either use prosperity or you use extravagance. You don't necessarily need both. But yeah, I have both in there just to, you know, more draw power. You don't even have to have this. The quick play spell card, it is good to have this, and it makes the deck more consistent. But you do not absolutely have to have it. But you go from like a 99% consistency to like a 60%. So, yeah. But that's all I got. Let me know if I missed anything. I forget what card that you actually play now instead of barrier statue, since it's been banhammered. I forget what you actually play in place of it. But yeah, you can let me know in the comment section. Like, yeah, I'm kind of lost for words now. That didn't make no damn sense. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. So, yeah. If you liked the video, like, comment, and subscribe if you would. I am trying to grow my channel. I'm going to try and make this a weekly or bi-weekly thing. Once every 7 to 14 days, I guess you could say. 7 to 10 days, whatever. I just need to actually have the cards. Like, I need to actually have the physical cards for me to be able to do the profile like I want to. But any decks that you have ideas for, I will try to put one together on here, and I can do a profile and my 2 cents on it. Even if I don't own the cards, I will do a profile on it, and I will give my opinion on the deck and how it plays, and so on and so forth. Anyway, like I said, that's all. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Bye for now.